Hey everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in today on Unplugged and Uncut. You know it's your girl, Sounds of Shar'e. Super excited to be live in studio with the legendary Jeff Payne. You doing alright today?
I'm doing great.
Looking good, bro. Looking like a superstar already.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
We got the muscles in the, we got enough room for the muscles in the video.
There's
So
the muscles right
super
here.
excited to... I do a little something. Good to see you. So, the movie Theo the Blue Shield has been in a lot of people's conversation lately. Tell everybody out there, when did you decide to write the film and what inspired you to write the film?
The movie came to me in the summer of 2018. On a summer Saturday morning, I just woke up out of my sleep and an entire script was downloaded into my spirit. And so I got up out of my bed and went to my clunky desktop computer and I typed for an entire day about 85% of everything you saw on the final cut. And so I knew the storyline, how the beginning, middle, and end would flow and so forth. And so the script just sat for about 3 years, basically, from 2018 to 2021.
Wow.
And so I decided to have a table read in the fall of 2021, and that's where I invited you and some other actors, especially selected, and we read through the script, and when you all finished, I watched you all put the scripts down and give it a standing ovation, and I said, we must have something special here.
Oh yeah.
And but the story itself is about police brutality. And that's a very sensitive and serious topic that's been in the news for the last 10 years and even more so in the last few months. With incidences happening to unarmed citizens and their fatal interactions. And so we wanted to address that with the hopes of hopefully having a positive dialogue at some point about it.
Nice. Now, being a creative, now I know you used to be in the news and being are you a field journalist or?
Actually,
I know there's different categories.
Right, exactly. I was an in-studio assistant producer and co-host of a show called Religion in the News on Wish TV Channel 8 from 2008 to 2012, where I conducted over about 100 interviews with local pastors, city leaders, emergency service people, volunteers, and even artists as well. So it was a great experience.
Nice. I love it. Now I met you a few years ago, not too long ago actually, through Marquis Wilder. So shouts out to Marquis, very good friend of yours and client of mine. So super excited to meet super dope people, connected with super dope people. Now I came to know you as a trumpet player.
Yes, ma'am.
Trumpet?
Yes.
I got it right, y'all. I always say, oh, he's such a dope saxophone player, because they're practically like the same thing. But what actually is the difference?
Well, the actual difference is the saxophone is considered a woodwind instrument, and the trumpet is a brass instrument.
Okay.
And they both function in jazz and in bands and so forth in a similar way. But trumpet's a little cooler.
It is, and it's a little more breathy, I think, right?
Yeah, you use a little bit more breath and more lip interaction with it. We said what's called an embouchure, where we buzz our lips in order to create the sound. Where the saxophone has a mouthpiece and a reed, and you blow into it, and the reed actually vibrates, and that's how the sound is generated there as well.
Now, since you're so good with your lips, you know how to beatbox?
Beatbox? Barely.
Barely?
Yeah, okay.
Live at 5.
Right.
With Jeff. Now I see that you do concerts and shows like across like everywhere. Where is the furthest place that your career in music has taken you?
I've actually traveled the entire United States. When I was 19 years old, I had the opportunity to march and play with the Star of Indiana Drum and Bugle Corps, which is a brass, and percussion, and a color guard unit. And we would travel across the U.S. and compete against some of the best music and marching groups in the world.
Nice.
So I've gone as south as Florida, through Texas, Arizona, California, up through Washington State, through Montana, back down to the Midwest, of course, and back east again in the Carolinas. And I remember waking up one morning on tour and didn't know where we were. It was a laundry day.
Wow.
And so
a laundry day?
A laundry day. We had to do laundry. And so I found a phone booth. This is back in the old days. That's how old I am. And I called my mother, Colette. And she goes, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm in." I found a sign that said Bozeman, Montana.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'd never been to Bozeman, Montana before.
Yeah.
They call Montana the Big Sky State.
Okay.
And if you've never been there, it is incredible. You can look out and see for 20, 30 miles, and you'll see a mountain range.
Really?
And the sky just meets. It's so panoramic. So I was happy to just have that opportunity to play my instrument and see the country at the same time.
Nice. Where has been your favorite place to play?
Oh my. I would have to say Atlanta, Georgia.
Everybody loves ATL. Although I've never been, I can't wait to make my big journey down there someday. Where did you play?
I was actually in Fulton County Stadium. Now, this is back in 1991 when the Indiana University football Hoosiers were in the Peach Bowl. So we traveled there with the team and had a chance to march in that stadium. This is before they had the Mercedes-Benz dome that they've got now. But it was an outdoor facility. It was red mud clay. They've never been to Georgia before. They have not black dirt but red clay. Nice. And so that was an experience, and just seeing all the different streets, Peach Street, Peach Avenue, Peach Drive, Peach everything. And,
really?
So Georgia's a really cool place to be.
So I guess that's where they get the Georgia Peach thing from.
Correct.
Nice. Well, what is that movie? Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or Sister of the Traveling Hood? I don't know. The Brotherhood of the Traveling Pants and trumpets and all that kind of jazz. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with the legendary Jeff Payne. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for tuning back in from commercial break here on Up Close, Unplugged and Uncut. You know it's your girl, Sounds of Shar'e. Make sure you all stay tuned. Follow me on all social media and soundsofshare.net so you can check out any past episodes that you may have missed. We are live in studio with the wonderful, the legendary, the epic, one and only Jeff Payne. Super excited to grace the presence in the movie that was written and directed by you. Super dope. I mean, I still am just overwhelmed with like the happiness, the red carpet. I mean, like you really went all out for this movie, especially like for the premiere night. What did it feel like seeing your project? I mean, because you stayed in that group chat, honey.
Sorry.
I'd be like, look here now, mute a little bit for a little bit, but I understand all the excitement and everything. But what did it feel like to actually see? I mean, like the red carpet. I mean, Kavina's doing interviews. Shout out to Kavina out there. But what did it feel like to just watch it all happen?
It was surreal. It was like, this is actually happening. Something that I actually wrote, and seeing it come to life by actual actors. And there were things on the screen that were just the way I saw them, and there were things on the screen that surpassed my expectations. And the actors, the cast and crew just did such a phenomenal job. I just felt so proud of you all and for you all. And that was great. But the red carpet, I was so happy. I wanted that to be your night to shine. I wanted to showcase all of the cast and crew, and people came out in their best dresses and suits and hairstyles, and yes ma'am, you stepped up your game that night.
Look, so funny story that you'll only be able to hear here. So I remember you had put up a stat on Facebook and you were like, I want everybody to come Oscar ready, and I had to make sure I called bro. I was like, bro, Like, this is totally supposed to be our night, you know. It's so funny. So I'm like, bro, like, we're going all out. It's the red carpet. It's about us. But honey, you read it right, because people showed up like they were in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, people, you know, and I just thought it was funny because I'm like, well, it's like we're trying to be superstars, like it's all about us, but it was still all about us. And so just to walk the red carpet, seeing you do your thing, your beautiful wife Tamika was there. Shouts out to Tamika Payne in the audience watching your little steamy scenes.
I got a story about that too.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that. Oh, trust me. Super excited to see it come to life as well. What was your favorite part in the movie?
The whole movie was my baby. Okay.
Yeah.
And so every scene was I was in the moment.
Yeah.
But I would have to say when Theo got chewed out by Chief Bailey, played by Caitlin Skinner.
My fave.
Yeah. And she came in and crushed it. And I was inspired to write that scene because it's, you know, scenes like that are seen in like Beverly Hills Cop near the end of the movie after all the chaos and confusion takes place.
Yeah.
You know, the chief comes in, he's got to shoot somebody, you know.
Yes.
And, you know, so she.
And like Bad Boy.
Bad Boy did that, exactly. You
I
know?
can definitely see. She played, I mean, like your characters, I mean, they literally brought your main characters, your big characters, Caitlin and Lek, even Rhymaside, shouts out to Kelvin. He did his thing. Hold it, Baldy. Hold it right there, Baldy. That was another one of my favorite favorite scenes.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to see, like, not to have been there when you wrote it, but to see like what you saw back then come to actual, you know, fruition. Because I mean, even, you know, the journey of the movie seemed like it was kind of long, even though the dopest movies take a few years to even make, even while filming. You know, and I remember me and Amber would text each other like, girl, I can't wait till we get to be in our movie, and I can't wait until, you know, and then it finally happened, and it's like, okay, woo, we can breathe, the red carpet is over, you know, the whole excitement of it all. But you even had your babies there with you too. Your daughters were
I had
there.
3 of my 5 children there that night, and they were shocked to see what I had been working on. And wow.
Oh, so they didn't know.
They knew, but they had no idea of the magnitude that I had, like a cast of about 40 people to deal with, and the crew and so forth. And to see all that come to life, it was like, wow, Dad is actually doing this thing.
Like,
and
you really have a cool dad.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of cool now. I scored some points. But it worked out great, and like I said, every scene was just so necessary and practical. There was no wasted scenes in that movie. I didn't want it to write it where there was like a lull. So the pacing was very important to just keep things moving.
Absolutely. Definitely kept it moving. Make sure you all stay tuned because Theo the Blue Shield is out in movies. Make sure you stay tuned to see when the next viewing is. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we have some little secrets to tell you about a couple of the dope scenes from the movie Theo with Jeff Payne. Don't go anywhere. Why choose Entrepreneurs United LLC? Because here we get it done. We serve our guest clientele with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Contact us today at 317-869-6345. Let your network be your best work. Hey everybody, thanks so much. We are live back from commercial break at the Rhymaside headquarters. Make sure you guys stay tuned to rhymaside.com and check out some of the super dope footage that you haven't seen from previous episodes on soundsofshare.net. As you all know, I'm sitting here with the legendary one and only Jeff Payne from Jeff Enterprises, who just recently released a movie in theaters. Theo the Blue Shield. I'm super excited to see how the journey of it came along. And real quick, so who were your first two casted characters?
Ooh, good question. Oh my gosh. I would have to say very young Theo, who played me at age 12, and his mother.
Okay.
Yeah, so I envisioned that scene first, and I had to cast them immediately. When I first met him, he was in 2nd grade, and my first words to him was Mini-Me.
Nice.
And that was his nickname from 2nd grade all the way up through 6th grade at school, because he was a student of mine. I taught school for 28 years. Okay. And so I was with him for the last few years there, and he's a good kid and did a good job.
He did amazing. He did really, really good. Everybody did really good. Even Anjanae, she played some of my favorite parts too as well. She was very powerful. And I mean, a lot of first-time actors and actresses, so that was like really dope having us all come together, and even not even seeing who all was in the movie, but being able to meet and network with each other at the red carpet premiere was like so vital to everybody, and just being a part of making the movie amazing. Now you have something coming up, a series that you're going to create. Tell everybody out there a little bit about what you got coming up.
Well, we have what's called the Theo Universe, and the Theo Universe is basically us flushing out the side and backstories of some of our primary characters. And you'll see also the secondary role players will come back and they'll reappear as well. So you may see Terry in an episode or two of the future episodes of Theo.
Nice.
We'll be dealing with a lot of different social issues, such as the LGBTQ club shootings. That will be called Theo the Beat, and we'll be shooting that this summer. So we're ready for that. We're currently shooting Theo the Ambassador, where we're dealing with an African ambassador who comes to teach about the work of an ambassador and about the history of Africa. And a U.S. state representative has issue with him being so prideful about Africa and has him abducted. And
now is that going to be more like a suspense?
It'll be kind of a suspense and situation, but again, we're dealing with the whole issue of people, having issue with us learning about our history and so forth. And so I think it's going to address that issue as well. We'll be dealing with domestic violence as we utilize our news reporter who appears, Inez Curry, played by Bonnie White, masterfully, by the way.
Oh, nice. She's coming on the show too, so I can't wait till she comes.
And so we're doing a story on her, and she's going to share some really deep backstory about her character as well. So looking forward to that as well.
Nice. I know that's right. Now, I did see some sneak peeks. If you're not following Jeff, make sure you follow Jeffrey Clark Payne on Facebook and all social media. But I seen some footage that you had leaked onto social media, and you were in the airport.
Yes.
Is that some of the scenes from which one?
That's a scene from Theo the Ambassador, and that's right before I meet the ambassador at the airport. And, he and I interact.
So a little Coming to America.
Kind of like that. Yeah, you're gonna see some really cool stuff. I mean, our characters are locked and loaded. We're on our group chat, and I'm burning them up too.
Oh Lord, y'all!
You know I do.
No, but that's really good though, because you're making sure that everybody knows what's going on. You're very thorough. You can definitely tell you're a descriptive writer of something, whether it's text messages, group chat, or movies. Now, tell everybody the little fun part about the scene about your wife, or the scene about the movie you're with.
Yes, so I have a co-star. Her name is Rita Young, played by Rita Taylor, who's played by Kiana Young. Got that right.
Yeah.
And so she and I, we interact. We have dinner, we drink wine, and we, kind of do some kissy face things and so forth. And so I'm sitting there with my wife, and my wife is holding my hand, and she bent my thumb back.
Period, Mrs. Payne.
The wrist. That's supposed to act like that. And so she's beat me up. But by the end of the night, we partied that night.
Oh my God!
We went to
the after party.
And so my wife and Kiana they were hugged up and taking selfies together. So they're buddies now. So I'm like, that worked out.
I know that's right now. I don't go too wrong now.
Right, but I have to say this though. Kiana was very professional, and all the kissing was fake. We never made contact. And so she's a great girl and she's a great actress, and she's just all in. So shout out to Kiana.
Shouts out to Kiana. Yes, super dope, super beautiful. Yeah, it's so funny, like, because being in entertainment, even being a singer, a dancer, a actress, an actor, you know, when you have to be close with other, you know, opposite sexes, and me and Ronnie, my husband, shouts out to my babe. We kind of joke about, you know, okay, you taking it a little bit too far. And I'm like, well, I don't know. If somebody gonna cut a big check, honey,
Right.
I might have to kiss them for real, for real. But it's so funny, and it's so cool to be able to have supportive spouses, and you know, to see your wife out there come, you know, sit in the audience at your movie. Mm-hmm. Like, whose mate just literally makes the movie. So you know, just shouts out to your support system, and shouts out to your kids, because they're out here doing big things and on their way to big things. I mean, they're out here doing they actually play instruments too as well. I think
all five.
God, I can't even pick which one, because they all look like little Jeff. They literally all look like you.
Wow.
So beautiful. But they're in like band and marching band and
orchestra and so forth. So all five of my children played instruments at some point. And so my son played saxophone, daughter played trombone, daughter played violin, daughter plays trumpet, daughter plays violin.
And volleyball.
And so I'm like Joe Jackson, you know, basically.
I know, that's right.
But I just want them to be better than me in every way. So I just pour into them whatever I have that I can give to them to make their lives easier. I want to do that, and I just nurture and affirm them every day.
I know, that's right.
They're loved and supported, and they don't have to look to the world for any other affirmation that they don't get at home already.
I know, that's right. So you're a dope director, a dope trumpet player, a dope dad. Super excited. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Performance Arts Center for the live filming premiere of Theo the Blue Shield.
It's an all-new season with Rhymeside Clothing. Make sure you shop Rhymeside.com and check out the latest gear just for you. Everything from tees, hats, hoodies, and more. Shop Rhymeside.com. Are you ready?
All right, you guys, we are back live on Up Close, Unplugged, and Uncut with Sounds of Shar'e. Make sure you all stay tuned to soundsofshare.net, where you'll be able to see all of the amazing back sneak peek footages of some of the dope shows that I have lined up just for you all. I'm bringing the heat and some of the dopest artists, movie directors, actresses, and actors that you'll be able to see across the globe, only on Up Close, Unplugged, and Uncut. Major shouts out to my sponsor of the evening, Robert's Camera, and stay tuned to Rhymeside.com. We are back live in studio, getting ready to wrap it up with the one and only Jeff Payne. Now, in your downtime, like, what is one fun thing that you like to do?
Listen to old school rap music when I'm driving.
Old school, like gangster rap, or like?
I listen to Busta Rhymes. I listen to A Tribe Called Quest.
Gotta have Tribe Called Quest. They are just legendary,
Yeah, and Slum Village and all those guys, Nas and so forth. Yeah.
Now, do you play any of their music on your trumpet?
Sometimes with A Tribe Called Quest, you use a lot of jazz, and so I'll like use that at home to practice my improv.
Nice.
And so there, you know, Q-Tip, Kamal, he's very attuned to jazz history and repertoire and so forth. So he does a good job of selecting good samples, and so I enjoy that part of his music.
I know, that's right. Do you know how to cook?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
I do chicken fajitas with chopped bell peppers and onions, and I saute that with some jasmine rice, and I can either put that on a soft tortilla or just eat it straight like that.
I love me some fajitas.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love chicken, but I just love food, okay? I can eat some stuff, but honey, yes, we might have to have you back on the show later on in the year for some of the holiday cooking segments. Maybe we can do a little cooking with legendary Jeff Payne. Wow. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here, but we do have something for you, and I gotta officially make you a coupon because kind of ran out of time a little bit, but On behalf of Entrepreneurs United LLC, we wanted to give you one free custom hoodie. So anything you want on there, photo prints, if you want your muscles tattooed on the shirt, you know, your Get in Motion. If you didn't know, Jeff is
personal.
You see the muscles, you guys? I don't even really have to explain it. But yes, personal trainer, you got the Get in Motion. You're still doing your live on Saturdays, right?
Yes, I do that every other Saturday at 8 or 10 a.m. So if you follow me on Facebook under Jeffrey Clark Payne, that's Jeffri. Very unusual spelling, Clark Payne, you'll catch me there. And you can even go to Get in Motion Fit Group and you'll see past videos as well.
Absolutely. And tell us where can we stay up to date so the people who haven't seen the movie, or if you want to just keep seeing it, because I just can't even stop going to go see it. Like, I want to be at every single showing, in town or out of town. Yeah. But tell everybody out there where you have the next available viewings coming up and how they can purchase a ticket.
Well, you can either contact me or you can just show up at the theater. We are at the GA5 Arts Theater, which is on the south end of the Washington Square Mall, located at 10202 East Washington Street, 46229 here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're also going to be at the Can Cinema and Brasserie.
I love it.
And that'll be on May 28th, I do believe, on a Sunday. So Sunday at 4 o'clock. So I'll be posting updates on the local showings here in Indianapolis as well as throughout the state. We'll be in Gary, Indiana at the Glen Movie Theater, and which is a historic theater there, and looking forward to just taking that to my hometown. That's where I grew up.
Oh, in Gary, Indiana?
Yes,
okay, with Michael Jackson and them?
Yeah, I have a third cousin who doesn't know me from anything. His name was Nathaniel Brown, and he was married to Reedy Jackson.
Oh,
and
okay.
So when I moved to Indianapolis, people were like, "Oh, so you must know the Jacksons?" I'm like, "Well, I know of them pretty well." You know? But that they lived in this little house.
Yeah.
It's about the size of the average garage here in Indianapolis. They had all 9 kids and 2 parents in there, and it was right across the alley from the famous Roosevelt High School where they all went to school there. Yeah.
Well, shouts out to third cousin, twice removed, one time added, and
that's right.
Maybe one day you can invest in cousin Jeff Payne's big movies. And and as a matter of fact, shout out to the whole Jackson family, because I'm just honored to be connected and sharing a birthday August 29th with Michael Jackson.
And I share a birthday with Janet Jackson on May 16th.
Oh, is that why you got on the black shirt? Okay,
right.
Rhythm Nation. I know that's right. Well, you heard it here first. We're giving our shouts out to the Jackson 5, the Jackson 7, all the Jacksons, because they really are a dope family.
They are.
I mean, they are just legendary. It's so crazy to even think that people can even be that iconic. But you're on your way.
I appreciate that. And thank you for being so supportive and so dope and amazing. And thank you all for supporting her show. And just tell a friend, tag a friend, share whatever video she has, and let the world know about Sounds of Shar'e.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you heard it here first exclusively on Up Close, Unplugged, and Uncut. Make sure you don't go anywhere, because you'll be seeing a little bit more of Jeff coming up on soundsofshare.net. See y'all later.
All right, we are here on the red carpet post-premiere for a Jeff Payne film. And we have a very special guest that is going to join us on the red carpet, his beautiful wife. How did you feel, Miss Payne, after watching this project come to fruition?
Well, I watched it for the first time just like everybody else. So I didn't know what was going to go on. It was really nice. I mean, there were some parts and I'm like, okay. But it really did speak to the justice and the things that we still, as a society, still have to do. We have a long way to go.
We are post-premiere of a Jeff Payne film, and we have a power couple joining us on the red carpet. Come on over. Payne, I just love this artwork, okay? A Jeff Payne film, Theo, the Blue Shield. Congratulations, brother. I am so proud of you. I'm so inspired. It's such a beautiful thing. After seeing everything come together, I know your heart sentiment when you first came on. How do you feel post just seeing your beautiful project and idea coming to life?
I feel relieved. I feel honored to have something that I wrote actually acted out. So to see these actors use the dialogue that I wrote, that is overwhelming. So I just appreciate their treatment of it, and really proud of the whole cast and crew.
You've been tuned into an episode of Up Close, Unplugged, and Uncut with your girl, Sounds of Shar'e. Make sure you follow me on all social media and join me on soundsofshare.net.